Rise, everybody. I'm going to give you guys some time to come in and make sure you guys can hear me. Is there an echo? What's going on here? Come on in, come on in. Say something to me when you come in. I'll give y'all a shout out. Let me know if y'all hear an echo. I certainly do. Okay. I think that's why, because I see two versions of me. How do you take one of these away? Let's see if I can do it. Peace, peace. Peace, peace. What's up, Devon? Or Devin? Royal Minds, what's up with it? The occult. The occult. That's the occult. What am I talking about? Devin, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Stephanie Bell, welcome in. Venus Green, hey, queen. Rise Lacey, my queen, welcome in. I got something for y'all, man. Trust me, we're going to have to be patient. I'm going to go through this review, and let me know if y'all hear echo. Okay? You mind bringing it up? It's right there. I'm on my regular webcam, so if I'm not coming in real clear, just chalk it up to that, family. I wasn't even going to hop on the camera, but webcam can see me a little bit, so I figured, hey, why not get up here on the camera, right? Welcome in, Energy. Good to see you. Peace, Queen. Yes, there's an echo. Okay, how do I get rid of this echo? Huh. Can y'all hear me? Echo still. Peace, peace. Is that echo? Still seems that echo. What do you do to get rid of the echo? Lacey says she doesn't hear one. Let me know if y'all hear one. Jimmy says she hears one. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Stephanie Bell said a little. Is it enough to ruin the show? I'm not actually going to do a whole lot of talking. The review I have is actually done by another person, but it's just so eerie. The similarities in this one to the ones that we've been going over. But I want you guys to see more so the how this situation turns out for both parties. Okay, Devin, that sounds good. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it ain't too bad when I listen right here on this thing here. All right, guys, try to be patient with me. We're going to try to get through it. I have no clue how to get rid of that echo, okay? Who's ready to give some constructive opinions on what you're about to see, okay? I always say it takes a village. So the people that follow my content, I always ask that you guys consider everyone involved and try to give a response that would be constructive, not destructive. Anybody can call names and tear down. That's low-hanging fruit, right? Royal Mind said, let go. All right, cool. Reedy says I apologize for that, guys. That'll be a minor inconvenience because I won't say a whole lot through this broadcast. I really just want to show you guys this other person's review. I will pause it from time to time to read your comments and to add a little bit of insight, but mainly I'm going to let this brother do his thing, okay? Long story short, a woman and a husband, a wife and a husband, have an altercation. Breaks down so badly. She ends up calling the police, saying that he hit her and that he put a gun on her. Lucky enough, the man was recording the whole thing. The scene you're about to witness is from the officer's point of view, as they're recording with their webcam, which is how I see it. So one officer will talk to the woman and another officer will talk to the man, and we're going to listen to what both of them have to say. And then at the end, you will see the verdict. You'll see who actually goes to jail and why, because they will explain this. And hopefully this can bring about an understanding for those of you who may be going through a situation like this, kind of to know what's best for you moving forward, right? These are emotional moments. It's best that you can stay in your right mind, but most of the time you will not be. this is why we say leave the situation. But with that being said, family, we're gonna tap in. Let's get on with this review. And like I said, guys, let's be constructive, not destructive.
Guys were just out here. Maybe a month ago.
Yes, ma'am. I was
the same issue with the guy. This time, put it in my face and put it to my chin. We had a
Okay, if even this has an echo, let me know.
We had a mark because we agreed to sign the divorce papers. He said 3.
But this time, you come and you knock me upside my head when I get back. I'm probably gonna push her back like this. When I push her back, you gonna carry on. No, I got you. And you dial in 911 and you going in the back talking about I point the gun at you and all type of stuff. Like I don't point no gun. I own firearms. I have a lot of firearms. I know not to brandish a gun at anybody.
Guys, in this video, we're gonna show another cautionary tale why it is super dangerous to be going through a divorce and still living with that person under the same roof. Let's get right into it.
Diving into a shocking case where officers were called to a home after a heated argument between a couple took a terrifying turn. What started as a discussion about divorce papers quickly escalated into a situation that almost became deadly. Infidelity played a significant role in this story, and things got so out of hand that the woman involved had to call 911, claiming that her soon-to-be ex-husband pulled a gun on her when she asked him to sign the divorce papers. Here's how it all went down.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
All right. Who are you? And
I'm the sister. She's upstairs.
Okay, give me just a second.
Yeah.
How you doing now?
138.
This is Miss.
How you doing now?
This is Miss. And with the divorce paperwork, which is the paperwork.
So already, guys, you can see that. Just turn it down. You can see that. Hang on, guys. We're gonna get this right. So already, you can see that this is through the perspective of the police officers. This is their cameras. Okay. So I just want to point that out. Let's continue.
Over there.
Okay.
He's in the chair. They start discussing it. He hops up, sticks the barrel to the underside of her chin and says, quote, "I don't hit women. You want to take me from my kids. You will leave here before I leave here."
Let me ask you, when y'all were having this conversation, where was the weapon located?
I didn't see it. The weapon, I didn't see it until he jumped up.
When he jumped up, where did he pull it from? Was it under the bed or under the cover?
No, nothing was under the bed. We were over by that chair.
Okay.
And when he jumped up is when I saw the gun. I didn't even see him reach for it. I don't know where it came from. But
Okay.
he was over there. I do remember he had a pair of navy blue pants that was sitting in front of him.
Now this is going on over here. And this is the work. Well, I see it. That's got to be in there. Okay. Has he had any idea of anything or?
Yeah. The divorce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nothing that's new to him.
This isn't new.
Is this
just,
divorce from the previous incident?
yeah.
Enforcement officers were called to this home multiple times within a month, each time regarding their divorce. The situation became more confrontational with each visit.
He'll be here 3 o'clock tomorrow to sign the papers because he agreed to sign. And he said, yeah. I said, well, I got them in my email. He said, well, print them out. I went downstairs to get the print, and I printed them out. I gave him everything. We argued back and forth about what's in there. I told him I don't want anything from him. Everything that's financed in my name, including the debt, I'll take it all. You take everything with your name, I'm done. That wasn't good enough. We kept arguing back and forth. And then he said, why did you hit me? That's assault. Like out of the blue.
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't touch you. He said, you just flipped me over in the chair. I said, yeah, right. I did flip you over in the chair. Maybe he baited me into it, whatever, but that's what I said. We argued, a lot of curse words, back and forth. And then he jumps up and said, put the gun right here.
Which, do you mind looking up real quick? So, can you look up higher? So there's that mark right there. And right there.
Have you already taken any pictures?
I got on body camera
That's
because I
right.
didn't have my phone on me at the time.
Okay, you got it on you now.
Yeah.
You got it on. Go ahead and snap a few of those. So I know it'll show it better than this camera. Right.
That was him bump. That was my sergeant bumping into something.
Sorry, guys. What I was saying was her responses are broken. Okay, family. Her responses are actually very broken. She's not sounding like she's recalling events. It sounds like she's coming up with things right now. Right? You guys can hear me now, correct? I should be back now. Let me know you guys can hear me. I didn't actually unmute myself. Forgive me. Very broken, Cynthia says. So you guys can hear me. Okay, so her responses are not that of a person who's recalling events that literally just happened, right? She's actually making it up as she goes along. And you know, you have to be really trained at this to not become emotional with this person, because emotional people can sound broken. They sometimes they may not recall things accurately, but when you're looking for the description of something, so you can write that down as a police officer, you should ask for details, and you'll see here they keep asking her for details, and she cannot provide them. Okay, she's just giving you plausible deniability, right? I don't know why he said stop hitting me. I don't know. He said it out of nowhere, right? And then she says that he kind of tricked her into saying, yeah, I flipped the chair over. Why can he trick you into saying that? How is that possible? Right? So just it sounds like this male officer believes her, though. Okay. And that's because us men, honestly, no matter how hard you're trained, no matter how much you're trained, we have this damsel in distress button inherently in us, to where we want to believe a woman's cry. We want to protect her. We want to defend her. Right. And this is why it's so easy for women to weaponize a man. Okay. Get him to do her bidding, so to speak, while he believes he's protecting her or her honor. She could very well be, using him, right? But let's continue. And I want you guys to just watch her body language, watch how she explains things, and you can kind of understand what the cops have to deal with when they're called like this. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm going to go back just a bit, and we're going to go from there.
Right.
That was him bumping. That was my sergeant bumping into something. If you need to text your dad, hey, I'm okay now.
I talked to him.
You did?
Yeah, he called like 5,000 times, but I told him I'm okay. The police are here. And he was like, where are you? I'm still upstairs because I can't go downstairs. I know better than that.
I just, considering what you yelled while your dad was on the phone, I wanted you to let him know you're okay.
Okay. He really, my mom, are you okay? I'm okay. She's really upset. I made a horrible mistake by asking him to help us move in here. That's what escalated that stuff, the last incident. I went out.
I was just playing. I want y'all to watch my mouth moving and see if y'all can hear my mouth, read my mouth, and see if y'all could get it. But no, I messed up again and didn't hit the mute button. I'm going to work on this. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go back just a bit. Okay, I want you guys to hear her with the hitting of me thing, right? He says I hit him things. Okay, I'm gonna go back just a bit, but I want you guys to notice her body language. Look at her arms folded. Okay, you would say that this motion is when someone is deceitful, don't want you to know the real truth, trying to protect something, so they are covering their stomach area. But this is also a body language move that is soothing, right? It could be she could have went through what she went through, and she could be telling the truth, right? Steph, this is my screen is too small. It ain't about me today. It ain't about me today. Got to zoom in. Nah, but she could be soothing herself. She could be, feeling unsafe, so she's trying to soothe herself. These two things could be true, and that's what makes it difficult for someone who's trying to read body language, and why you don't just go off of body language. So remember, a person speaks in a few different ways: tone, your tonality, your body language, and then there's the actual words that you're using. The actual words that you're using are less percentile than tone and body language. Someone look this up for me. Google it really quickly. What is the percentages of conversation? It is between tonality, body language, and the actual words that you're using. Okay, and you'll notice that the actual verbal side of your communication is less than your body language side and your tone side. So you have to know how to really balance this out and get to what the truth may be, right? While you guys are looking that up, I'm going to hit play. Well, then you're going to miss it. Hang on. I'll wait till you guys give me an answer. Somebody give me an answer on that real quick before we go. I'm going to go back just a bit. I want to hear her explaining her reasoning her explaining the altercation. True, yet no tears, hard breathing, right? She does seem pretty calm. She seems like a really kind person. You can't even imagine her yelling or anything right here, or being a contribution to the chaos that she's saying that's being presented to her, right? 7% rule, 7% of it is verbal. Is that what you're saying, Venus? Was anybody able to find it? Let's see here. It says it was Albert Meherbian, I don't know his name, a researcher of body language, who first broke down the components of face-to-face conversation. He found that communication is 55% nonverbal, 38% vocal, and 7% verbal, words only. So you're right, Venus, only 7%. Now you got to think about this. The words they're using, family, 7%. And that's what we're listening to, the words. Well, she said this or he said that. What was their body language? What was their tonality, right? So look, watch her, listen to her tone, listen to how she's being and presenting herself to the officer, and how the intention is that he sees her in a certain light. Okay, let's get to it, family. So just watch her body language. All right, let's continue.
So can you look up higher? So there's that mark right there. And right there.
Have you already taken any pictures?
I got on body camera because I didn't have my phone on me at the time.
Okay, you have it on you now?
Yeah.
You got it on, go and snap a few of those so I know to show it better than this camera.
Right. That was him bumping. That was my sergeant bumping into something. If you need to text your dad, hey, I'm okay now.
I talked to him.
You did?
Yeah, he called like 5,000 times, but I told him I'm okay. The police are here. And he was like, where are you? I'm still upstairs because I can't go downstairs. I know better than that.
I just, considering what you yelled while your dad was on the phone, I want you to let him know you're okay.
Okay.
So guys, notice her body language, okay? Thank you, Gail. Notice her body. I'm gonna get this down, okay? Notice her body language, though. She seems really afraid, doesn't she? The look in her face, look at her eyebrows. Up, This is a fearful facial expression. She looks scared. She's kind of, you know, she just looks like she's been through it. And she says, I can't go downstairs. I know better than that. Like a child. Okay. Oh God, goodness, Devin. She's like a child in her psyche, right? That's how she appears, vulnerable, a woman in destitute, right? That's what we're seeing right here, right? Her appearance. That's what we're seeing right here, right? Now, in a minute, we're going to be able to hear her on a recording, literally interacting with this guy that she appears to be so afraid of, okay? And this is what makes an officer's job hard. And this is why they're slower to pull up blaming the man. This is why they're slower to pull up and get their ducks in a row by hearing people out first. And instead of just getting there and arresting this man, they'll have him sit outside while they go inside and separate you two and get both sides. And based on what you guys say, they're going to make an arrest. Do you understand? Unless the other party says, you know what, don't arrest or leave it, or don't arrest him, leave it be, right? So here we go, guys. Let's see here. Great teaching subject. We should practice muting to learn the real truth. You would be surprised. Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. Listen to it once to get the vocal side, mute it, and watch their body language. Play it again and listen for their tone. 3 times at least. Right? Then come back a different day and listen to it again when you're in a different mood. All these things, man, I'm telling you, if you really want the truth, this is the steps you have to take. This is what investigators have to do. Okay, they don't just get to make assumptions based on their egos, right? Their genders, who they think should be guilty. They have to actually do the work, family. But let's continue, okay? She looks sad. She sounds vulnerable. She sounds like she's been through something. Or is she just selling that? Let's continue.
He really, my mom. Right?
Oh, and let me say this. If she is selling this, okay, her goal here is to get this man arrested and him being innocent. And all of this is actually deception. If she's selling this, if she's lying, everything you're seeing here is actually deception. So it shows you the lengths they'll go through to actually manipulate. People will say Kevin is a manipulator because of the words he uses. Maybe they don't understand the words I'm using. But manipulation, thank you so much, break room. Manipulation takes place using someone else's emotions against them, using someone else's past against them. Okay? So this softness that she's doing right here, if she's lying about it, she is in the act of deceiving and manipulating. Please understand this. And this is why it should be against the law, because she's lying to public officials right now, if that's the case. But we can't determine that yet. Let's continue. Tanasha says, this is why y'all need to focus on your home and kids and stay off people's life and leave certain things alone. This message I heard last night in my quiet mode. God got his hands on that young lady, and she needs to be left alone by those mastermind manipulators. Great point. Mike Kev says, where you live when them folks get called for a DV, someone going to jail. Facts. Absolutely. Let's continue, family.
You're okay, but I'm okay. She's really upset. I made a horrible mistake by asking him to help us move in here. That's what escalated that stuff, the last incident. I went out of town.
I remember.
He brought his stuff in here.
Sorry to stop it here, but look at that. I made a horrible mistake by asking him to help us move in here. She seems to be trying to take accountability. She seems to be trying to see where she contributed to the chaos that she's in. And what she's saying is asking him to help them move in is what contributed to it. And look, I'm gonna go back some. Listen to how she said horrible. Guys, if she's not telling the truth, all of this is deception. All of this is intended to get this man locked up. So what appears to be a sweet, vulnerable lady is actually a witch. Do you understand? A sorcerer, a devil, a demon, a succubus, a Jezebel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, watch this now. Let's go back. Pretend you're the officer hearing this. You don't know anything yet. You haven't heard this man's side. You haven't heard the recording. Imagine the skill you have to be able to see through this, because she's damn good. Let's continue.
I made a horrible mistake by asking him to help us move in here. That's what escalated that stuff the last incident. I went out of town.
I remember.
He brought his stuff in here.
You went up to Myrtle Beach?
Hilton Head.
Hilton Head.
And I keep falling for the trap. Why would you want to be here and torment me?
Well,
So now she's been trapped. I keep falling for the trap. He's trapping me. I asked him to help me move in. I should have knew better. I should have known that he would keep trapping me. So he's been doing this. So what she said is, my mistake, really, my contribution is asking him to help us move in. I made a horrible mistake, she says. But then she goes on to say, I keep falling for his trap. So he's been doing this, and yet you ask this man to help you move in, right? Why would he choose to torment me like this? So now she's being tormented. These words, these people were not even using their everyday life, yo. But when they're trying to sell something to you, they become the best sales pitchers ever. And before you know, you're walking out with that item they wanted you to have, and you're not realizing that the shit is faulty. You understand? They sold it to you. You bought it. You see what I'm saying? Let me read some comments first. Tanika says, police employees believe they're judges before they're judged. They're humans prior. Hey, see, my bad. Hang on. They're humans prior to being human experience. They're humans prior to being human employees. Facts and or their employment shifts, respectively. Absolutely. If you've been in the moment, and I have, at least you know. At least I told you the truth and proved it. Man, some men be on some weirdo stuff. Okay, true. Don't know where we're going with that one yet. I guess we'll get there, Derica, unless you care to explain. Perspective is distinctive at viewpoint. Absolutely. I can't with this guy. He talks too much. You know I do, Jeffrey. Get your ass on out of here. And you know you're here to hear me talk. That's crazy. They are from my state, South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, when they said Myrtle Beach, I figured they was just driving, not going too far. Then they went to Hilton Head. I used to live near Hilton Head. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's play it through first. Okay, cool. So we're gonna play it. That's what I want to do anyway. But I want you guys watch that body language, okay? I may pause it again. I can't sit here and lie. I can't sit here and cap. You know what I mean? You know I love to talk, Jeffrey Allen. Let's get to it.
you're not falling for it anymore because you got the paperwork right over there.
And that's, yeah.
Now, with everything that's going on, do you two have any kids?
No.
Makes it a heck of a lot easier.
Okay.
Get a restraining order for when it's done and over with.
My dad told me, yeah. He said that's enough. Because he said even with him, even if he had no intentions, it could have went off and you could have been gone.
Uh-huh.
After a few minutes of questioning by field officers, a detective would soon arrive to get to the bottom of what really happened.
And good thing that this was a female detective who came and did an interview with her, because that male cop right there seems like he was believing her story. But we all know that women can spot out other women's lies faster than a man can.
Tell me what's going on this evening.
I gave my husband some divorce papers.
Okay.
As soon as I got the email, I asked him, could he be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock? And we both signed them. He said, that's fine. As soon as you get them, I'll sign them. I said, well, I have them in the email. I'll print them. I went downstairs to get that printer, and I printed them. I gave them to him, and we just started the arguing from there.
So was he here already with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was.
But to sum this video up, the female detective.
So he's going to go ahead. She tells the same story to the female officer. He's going to go and take you to the female officer talking to the man. Before he does that, though, we're at 7:16. I got to show you the part where she was talking about the hitting and going on. So let me go back right here to the very beginning here. For those of you that just came in, listen at what she's saying about what went on. And this is what I was saying when I said that she doesn't sound like she's recalling events that just happened. She sounds like she's making it up as she's going along. Let's continue. Let's watch.
Okay. So she served him with the divorce paperwork, which is the paperwork over there.
Okay.
He's in the chair. They start discussing it. He hops up. sticks the barrel to the underside of her chin and says, quote, "I don't hit women. You want to take me from my kids. You will leave here before I leave here."
Let me ask you, when y'all were having this conversation, where was the weapon located?
I didn't see it. The weapon, I didn't see it until he jumped up.
When he jumped up, where did he pull it from? Was it under the bed or under the cover?
No, nothing was under the bed. We were over by that chair.
Now, guys, this could be true. She could have not saw the gun until she saw the gun. So this part doesn't raise my eyebrows, right? One of my eyebrows stays raised anyway, but this don't raise the other one, okay? It take a lot to raise that other one up, but it's gonna come up in a minute. Let's go.
Okay.
And when he jumped up is when I saw it. I didn't even see him reach for it. I don't know where it came from, but
Okay.
he was over there. I do remember he had a pair of navy blue pants that was sitting in front of him.
Now this is going on over here. And this is the work. Well, I see it. That's got to be on there. Okay. Has he had any idea of anything or?
Yeah. The divorce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nothing that's new to him.
This isn't new.
Is this
just,
divorce from the previous incident?
yeah.
Enforcement officers were called to this home multiple times within a month.
Now, listen, guys, if this divorce papers have been drawn up, why is she presenting them to him again? So if this is not new, why did she show them to him again? Okay, it could be she's trying to get him to sign them and he hasn't been signing them, whatever the case may be. But I wish the officer would have said, why did they come up again, though? We get it, but why are they coming up again? Let's continue.
Each time regarding their divorce. The situation became more confrontational with each visit.
He'll be here 3 o'clock tomorrow to sign the papers because he agreed to sign. And he
Okay, that's the reason. He's supposed to be there at 3 o'clock to sign the papers and he agreed to sign. Let's continue.
said, yeah. I said, well, I got them in my email. He said, well, print them out. I went downstairs to get the print and I printed them out. I gave him everything. We argued back and forth about what's in there. I told him I don't want anything from him. Everything that's financed in my name, including the debt, I'll take it all. You take everything with your name, I'm done. That wasn't good enough. We kept arguing back and forth. And then he said, why did you hit me? That's assault, like out of the blue.
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't touch you. He said, you just flipped me over in the chair. I said, yeah, right, I did. I did flip you over in the chair. Maybe he baited me into it, whatever, but that's what I said.
That's the part that raises my other eyebrow up, guys. Okay, y'all see how I'm looking, right? This is both of my eyebrows up. You should know I'm confused as hell when that happens. Okay, how did he bait you into saying you flipped him over in a chair? What are you talking about? How's that possible? So to me, it sounds like she's kind of trying to cover for when he says she flipped him over, saying she admitted it or possibly even recorded. But now that you've heard that, most of you guys have seen the rest. So let's go to the point to where he's going to interview the woman's going to interview the man. Okay. We're at 7:16. Let's get to it. Here we go.
His story, and then she went to listen to the man's story.
You there? What's your name, love? Mr. Carrington, tell me what's going on this evening.
This is what happened. Me and my wife have been going through it. If I could start from the beginning, I could start from the beginning. There had infidelity involved in this. And it was on my part because my wife was partner. And I was your partner. I ended up sleeping with my best friend.
Okay.
Now, listen, if you're reading body language, look at his body language. He's self-soothing as well. He's rubbing it through his hands, but those hands are not locked. He does open them up to continue telling his story. Someone moving in this way indicates that they are actually recalling events, okay? When the lady was talking, no arms were moving. She was just hugging herself. So the fact that he's letting go to talk, it shows that he's actually, talking with his hands, so to speak, and everything's working in accordance here. When someone's lying, they really have to focus on their lie, and so a lot of their body becomes inactive, okay? Let's continue. Now, or they'll be overly expressive with their body language. So it's one or the other. But this guy appears to be talking and moving normally. Could he still be lying? Absolutely. He could be good at it. But let's continue and let's see if his story matches up. This is where the verbal side comes into play. You have to listen to see if it adds up, okay? Listen at his tone when he says certain things. And, of course, watch his body language, as that's like 56% of it. Let's continue.
There had infidelity involved in this. And it was on my part because my wife was partying. And I was sure partying. I ended up sleeping with my best friend.
Okay.
I thought my best friend, a child was involved. Although she had a boyfriend. I was telling everybody when I guess when she found out she was pregnant, telling everybody the child wasn't mine. I didn't want to believe that. So we let this drag on for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Although she wanted proof. So just so happened my detective came to the house. And when he came to the house,
Now, guys, the first thing he's doing is giving background, okay? He is cheated on her. And he said that's on him. He's been cheating, okay? Cheating always makes things worse, way, way worse, okay? It's very hard for somebody to maintain their emotions when they've been cheated on. That's why we say don't do it. He said he started messing around with his friend, okay? And she got pregnant saying that he was the father. He and his wife had arguments over this for about 4 years, he says. Now, he does go on to get a DNA test, and he's going to explain that. But he also says that she had a boyfriend, too. So it sounds like they were both kind of doing their own thing after he broke their covenant by cheating, okay? So let's continue. Now, he's establishing that he has not been doing her right before this point. That has nothing to do with tonight and who's the aggressor and guilty of actually assaulting each other tonight. And that's why you have to take in what he's saying about what could have created this, what could have caused the initial problems. He said he's been cheating. He says everybody's been talking about it. So you got to imagine that's very embarrassing for her. So you can understand she has her reasons for being upset. This is probably why she wants this divorce. This is probably why she's saying you can keep everything you want. I just want this little bit and you can have it. It's probably why she's ready to be done with everything, right? But again, just what happened on this night is something entirely different. Okay, so let's continue. I lost my train of thought, but let's continue.
I was the last straw. I said, you know what, let me take my happy tail down. Then I went down to the courthouse and I got myself swabbed. Come back, child is not mine.
Okay.
So after that, it got worse because I have proof now that the child is not mine. What happened? Her friend, how she was finding out, my best friend was talking all type of smack because my best friend literally knows her first cousin.
Okay.
So that's how they kept.
Man, this is why you got to be faithful, man, and be loyal. You sneaking around with women who really want to destroy your union anyway because they want you to themselves. So he's messing around with who he said is his best friend, but she's telling her cousin everything they're doing. Now, he's still calling her a best friend. It don't sound like he's learned yet. You should have never dealt with this woman anyway and breaking your wife's trust anyway. You see what I'm saying? But why so close to home if you're going to do it? Why your best friend? That's crazy. When men always saying we don't want women to have friends because they're going to fuck them. I guess we can see why y'all don't want us to have friends too, right? Because it's just when you got low discipline, having somebody around that you can, take that low discipline out on, it's just going to create chaos. So I just think it's best that you don't be having these friends that you're hanging out with and stuff. We don't want to see none of that happen. All right. I'm going to play a little bit more. We're going to come back and read some of your comments. Let's continue.
She said they kept going back and forth. And she said in today's, like this present time, she still keep hearing about it. So.
For one thing right there, this couple here had a lot of drama going on in their relationship. Sometimes when infidelity was in play, a simple conversation can end up becoming confrontation.
We started bickering, started arguing. She got over it. It was fine for a good little while. Then it's going back up again, talking about the same thing again. So then we started talking about divorce and started talking about separation and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, and I said, well, I have a $300 charger inside there. And when I said that, she said, well, this is about my prescription costs $900 and this like that. Well, I got the papers right now. We could go ahead and run me my divorce and stuff like that. Why the hell are you holding on? You need to get the fuck out my house and stuff. Excuse the French. Well,
no, you're fine.
You need to get the fuck out my house. I said, listen, I want this divorce just like how you want this divorce. I'm not holding on to a damn thing. I don't know why you want people to believe that I'm holding on to something. You would have what man that have outside here. You're telling me that your baby daddy wants you. He been back and forth in my house. That's what you're telling me. You've been back and forth in my house. He swiped my card. He paid for your rims. I washing a truck out here the other day. You telling me I should be washing your truck. I said, if he bought them rims, he should be washing that car.
Yeah.
That's what I said. But no, well, nobody will believe she get out of character like that. Nobody will believe that stuff, right?
Okay.
Because she ain't that type. My wife is very intelligent,
Okay.
right? So what I did, when she cut my phone off, my mama turned the cell phone on for me. So what I did, I put record, and I had it sitting down here. So all that time is bickering upstairs, I had the phone recording. She's talking about she had people hurt me. She had people take nails off. She been keeping people away from me. She want to find me killed dead somewhere. And all this time, pushing me in my head, hitting me in my head, pushing me in my head. Nobody believes she do that. When I stand up and we in the face, but every time I sit down, I sit down just like this. She'll come in my face, she hand me the papers, politely, she hand me the papers, I was reading the papers. I say, well, the papers that you hand me, all I need to do is get somebody to review it.
Yeah.
And I'll sign wherever. Well, I just need somebody to review it, because I ain't a lawyer. I don't know what the hell I signed it for.
Yeah.
Our friend that's sitting on that car there, that girl, like what she do. She will help my wife bend the law.
Now, I want you guys to notice that she doesn't have to ask him a lot of questions, right? With his body language, he's lining it up with what he's saying. He's showing you exactly how he was sitting, even the way his feet were on the floor, how she was mushing him. He's showing you this with his body at the same time he's saying it, and he's just going through. I mean, he's probably given too much information, right? But she's not having to ask him all these questions. He doesn't seem to not know what's going on as she did, right? I don't know why he said I hit him. He tricked me into saying I flipped the chair over. He baited me. And they're having to ask a lot of these questions. Where was the gun? Where did the GUN come from? I don't know, right? But when you hear him, it sounds a whole lot different, right? Let's continue.
In any which way she could. That's a fact. I've seen it done, and I know it could be done. Nobody can go tell me no different. So I told her I need to have a professional look at this. Now, why the hell I said that? It escalated
That was
from
deep.
them
Listen.
real bad. Look, I ain't a lawyer. I don't know what the hell I signed it for.
Yeah.
Our friend that's sitting on that car there, that girl, like what she do. She will help my wife bend the law in any which way she could. That's a fact. I've seen it done, and I know it could be done. Nobody can go tell me no different. So I told her I need to have a professional look at this. Now, why the hell I said that? It escalated from them real bad.
So I was asking that question earlier. Why won't you just sign the papers, right? She said she's trying to give him these papers, so he feels like he needs to have a lawyer look over it. So he wants to make sure that she's not just telling him that what the paper entails, and he doesn't know for himself. So he doesn't feel competent enough, whatever the case may be, to understand law and the things in that divorce contract. So he wants to get somebody else to look over it. That makes sense. Let's continue.
That now I was an idiot. I didn't know how to read and stuff like that. I can just sign the papers. No, I holding on. Why won't I holding on? I ain't holding on to nothing. I just don't want to be an idiot and sign nothing. I'm not no lawyer. Pushing me in my head. Nobody believes you do that.
That's interesting. So she be putting hands on him, pointing and pushing at his head. And also, he didn't want to sign the divorce papers right away because he needed a attorney to look them over. Yeah, any man would do that.
It's just like how she have kids. Her thing is she studying a house, all this glamour and stuff like that. She studying. I'm not studying that. I'm studying a quiet life, comfortable life. That's all I is. I just like this every single day. I work on Indians. That's what I do, right? So it's pretty much we arguing. You kept putting him in my face, hit him in my face. All this time, I always keep a firearm on me.
Yeah.
I have my gun in my back. You grab the chair, flip the chair over. I have my back, gun on the ground.
So he confirms that he did have a gun. Let's continue.
I took the gun. I got up. I said, you assaulted me. You know that, right? She was like, fuck that shit. I said, all right. I said, that's called an assault. She don't care nothing about that. I got up, flipped the chair back over. That's my motherfucking chair. I flipped the chair back over, stick the gun below my seat, my leg, and I stick it right here. And I sat down right here. So the whole time we bickering back and forth. All this time I sitting down, you talking in my face, coming back, going forward in my face, going back, going forward in my face. And while you're walking off you, and you're walking up, she telling me, I don't hit no woman. I say the biggest thing they go find out is that they go be doing you want to size up to a man and there's no comparison. If I start hitting you, I ain't gonna stop, right?
Yeah.
People, all they go see is a man hitting a woman. That's all people go see. I ain't no fool. I'm not no idiot. I don't hit women. I'll hit a man. If a man hit me, I'll hit him back. If a woman hit me intentionally, hit me, I will hit her back. That's a fact, right? But I don't hit no woman to say that I'm no abusive man. I don't do no shit like that. I run from stuff like that, right?
Listen to what he said. If a woman hits me and keeps hitting me, I will hit her back, but I'm no abusive man. Now, most of you ladies on here will be like, that don't make any sense. If you hit her back, don't that make you abusive? But per the definition for abusive, which is not mine, which is not Kevin's definition, okay, it's the person who initiates the physical assault on the other person, not the one who retaliates back physically. The one who retaliates back physically is called an emotional response, and they're not called an abuser. So just keep your hands off people, because you can't make them an abuser because they hit you back, right? Now, you heard him just say this. If a woman continues to hit me, I'll hit her back. Now, he didn't say he hit her back, but he did say if he starts to hit her, people are going to look at this totally different. All they're going to see is a man hitting a woman, and he's absolutely correct. So in these situations, the man has to think about all the consequences that can come to him if he does not just sit there and take her abuse. Why put that man in that position? Don't put your hands on him. You know what he has to deal with if he hits you back. You know his life's over if he hits you back. Keep your hands off of him. You're creating a life and death situation, a freedom or imprisonment situation when you do that. Just keep your hands to yourself. Let's continue.
Easy to run and go find another woman. That's it, real easy in this country.
Yes.
Right? But when she do that, how did she notice I was recorded? You didn't care nothing about that. You probably got the papers over. You're saying that, oh, it's a mistake in the affidavit, I guess, for the property. So you wanted to get corrected and hand it back to me. So when you hand it back to me, they escalated from there. We started arguing, and then you come up my face again, and you start cussing, carrying on. And this time you went up my face and you pushed me on my lip. So when I stand up, we arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you breeze off, you sit down, talking about hit you just a little bit and stuff like that. So I sit my happy tail down, right? So that time, call her daddy on the phone. When I call her daddy, she called my parents first, calling my dad on the phone. So I called my dad back, and I said, you just got a call? And I explained to him what happened. I told him I had a recording and everything was happening while she was there.
So she went as far as to call his parents, guys. Come on. Now, what you call a man's parents for? That's mind-blowing. Anything to ruin the reputation. It's crazy. Let's continue.
She was saying that I was hitting her, and she was in fear for her life going on. They'll never hear me say nothing bad. She called my mama a fat hoe and all type of stuff like that.
Damn, she called his mama a fat hoe. This is a small world. And then on top of that, calls his damn mama. I mean, did you tell her you called her a fat hoe before you said he was hitting on you? Let's continue.
You'll never hear me say one thing bad about her parents. Never do it. So in the midst of that now, when you're arguing back and forth, this time you come and you knock me upside my head. When I get back, I'm gonna push her back like this. When I push her back, you gonna carry on. No, I got you on it.
Notice he just admitted that he pushed her back. A lot of you ladies say, lock him up, take him to jail. He said he pushed her back. He an abuser too. It's both of them. You'll find out why he doesn't get taken to jail. It's because he was reacting. Let's continue.
Dialed in 911 and you going to look back talking about I point the gun at you and all type of stuff. Like I don't point no gun. I own firearms. I have a lot of firearms. I know not to brandish a gun at anybody, right? You brandish a gun, purposely brandish a gun, your ass going to jail. That's all to it, right? You can't. You're not supposed to do it. Pistol. The barrel was like that. The stock was like this. When I grab it, I was like push her back like this. Yeah. Stand up. She gonna dial in 911 and she went back in the back talking about calling my dad and calling whoever. That's why her son come up here belligerent, talking about he want to fight. I pull a pistol.
I think he just confirmed the second time that he pushed her back. Let's see here.
Stock was like this. When I grab it, I was like push her back like this.
What do you say? Hang on.
I know not to brandish a gun at anybody, right? You brandish a gun, purposely brandish a gun, your ass going to jail. That's all to it, right? You can't. You're not supposed to do it. Pistol. The barrel was like that. Okay. The stock was like this. When I grab it, I was like push her back like this. Yeah. Stand up. She gonna dial in 911 and she went back in the back.
Did he say he pushed her with the gun? I mean, now wait a second. Whoa. Oh shit. I swear to you guys, it sounded like he said he pushed her with the gun. Now that's crazy. Anything could happen, yo. I know you didn't. So she ain't. It depends on where he pushed her, because she said that he held the GUN to her chin. if the way he pushed up with his hand just now, looks like that could have been upper high body, chest area, and the barrel could have grazed her chin. And if that had went off with him putting pressure on it, well, hell nah. Did the cops hear that part? My view of this changing on the spot. I didn't hear that part when I listened to this last night. Yo, did he say he pushed her with the, hang on. You got another hand, sir. Now, I mean, listen, you're talking to somebody who getting hit on, but you do have another hand. Like, dude, you could have blew her brain out. That is, listen, y'all, in the heat of the moment, any damn thing can happen. This man is just now saying that he pushed her off with the damn gun. He said the nozzle was pointed back under his ass, like pointed behind him. But the way he reached under himself and grabbed the gun, it looks like he's holding it like you hold a gun, which would have meant the barrel would have been pointed up towards her when he pushed her off. Let's hear this shit again. That's crazy. Let's hear this again.
Pistol. The barrel was like that. The stock was like this. When I grabbed it, I was like push it back like this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep going, but that's nasty work. Let's continue.
She gonna dial 911 and she went back in the back talking, calling her dad and calling whoever. That's why her son come up here belligerent, talking about you want to fight. I pull a pistol on your mama. Boy, I ain't pull a pistol on your mama. Boy, I ain't that type of person.
Okay, now listen. Oh my God, I don't hate it. Listen, yo, my opinion's changing to this, okay? Because now you're telling the son you didn't pull a gun on her, but the thing you did could have took his mama far up out of here, though, because that's crazy. Somebody said he didn't say that. I swear that's what this man is saying. He grabbed the gun, pushed her back with it. It could have went off. Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. If he pushed you back with that gun, she crazy if she go back around him again. And both of them crazy if they go around each other. Because all it takes is a moment like that and your life is gone. This is why when moments get this toxic, it's a wrap. Both of you should just call it quits. I mean, they got divorce papers signed up, whatever the case may be, but I'm talking about discontinue even being around each other. I don't know why they live in the same home anyway. Going through a divorce, I think the actual man covering this is going to make that same point. But, yo, stay far away from this person because you, in a moment, you reached up under you, grabbed this weapon, and pushed her with it. And even if you weren't intentionally trying to put the gun on her or use the weapon on her, that weapon could have went off, man. So for your own safety, for your life and her life's sake, she's not respecting you, your strength, your manhood, none of that. So she's going to violate you. She's going to get in your face. Stay the hell away from this lady, bro. That's a bad move if that's what he did. Now, y'all saying that ain't what he, some of y'all saying that's not what he said. I'm going to listen again. Listen, that is crazy. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like he did say he pushed her with the gun. Put a 2 if you feel like he did not say that. And if you feel like he didn't, tell me what he said. So if you put a number 2, you believe he did not push her with the GUN. I done said it too many times now. But say what you think he's saying here. Let's listen.
Brandish a gun at anybody, right? You brandish a gun, purposely brandish a gun, your ass going to jail. That's all to it, right? You can't, you're not supposed to do it. Pistol. The barrel was like that. The stock was like this. When I grabbed it, I was like push her back.
Yeah, he said I grabbed it like that and I pushed her back. That's what he said. His mouth is saying it, verbally he's saying it. His body language is acting it out, just like he's done everything else. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't believe this guy.
Yeah.
Stand up. She gonna dial 911 and she went back in the back talking, calling her dad and calling whoever. That's why her son come up here belligerent, talking about you want to fight. I pull a pistol on your mama. Boy, I ain't pull a pistol on your mama. Boy, I ain't that type of person, right? I ain't the type of person. I know idiot. I think before you go.
Even though you're not that type of person, grabbing the GUN in that way and pushing her off could have created a situation where she's not here anymore, whether or not you're that type of person. And that's why you got to separate yourself from a person who can bring the worst out of you. You just have to. Let's continue.
For somebody to make that decision for me to put me away for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
I can't. I would not let a person like that do that to me, right? I have 2 children, a 20-year-old and a 18-year-old now, a little girl, right? Why would I let her take away from my children that who I love? My children don't live with me. You know why they don't live with me? Because they don't mess with her like that, right? Mama helped me raise them. I the only mama they know. Right? I took them away from their mama when they was babies. That's what I did. Because their mama never helped me raise them. Didn't do nothing for them.
Yeah.
So I could have provided a better life. My parents could have provided a better life. So I had them with me. When we moved here, even at the other house, they never moved because it was uncomfortable. It was always one-sided. And when you're telling me that, well, you have this man and that man in the house, how am I supposed to feel? You telling me you want me to come in our house? You telling me I have no say-so? Why would I come in a house and pay bills and I have no say-so in here?
Yeah.
Right? You literally believe. Now, mind you, that your sister at the end of the day, you do anything for your sister.
Why would you come in the house and pay bills when you have no say-so? Because she's bringing men in and out of the crib. Then why go in the house? You don't have any children with this woman. She's already said y'all don't have any children. Go. Why? To me, okay, listen, y'all. He said that she's brought men in and out the house. How that's supposed to make me feel is what he said, right? Why would I pay bills in this house if I have no say? So you're just gonna bring men up in here, don't care how I feel about it. You're just gonna do what you want to do, to the point that where he told her, let your baby daddy wash that car since you're dealing with him. So this is the conversation. Why would you want to go home to somebody like that? Why would you want to do that? This is what, listen, man, it's crazy because it's like you're starting to look a little creepy here. Now, if you got nowhere to go, just say that. But you mentioned your mother. Maybe his children still live with him. If they do, you damn sure she'd be leaving because he's got children from another situation that he raised, he said, right? So if they live with him now, that's even more of a reason why you wouldn't live there. Why would you want your daughters to see this woman disrespect you by bringing other men in the crib? Like, why? You got to go, bro. Let's continue.
Moving a brand new house. Moving sister moving in the house. You tell me to shut my mouth. I have no say so. Then you telling me that, oh, I need to pay. What you telling me how much?
If he's saying that he ain't want to pay no bills in there because he ain't got no say so, I don't think a man would be saying that about a house that's not his. So I'm assuming that he a homosexual. Remember the him homosexual? I'm assuming that he a homosexual right now. Okay, let's continue.
Mortgage is $2,000.
Let's go back.
The very next day, you're telling me you want $2,000 for your sister. We're moving up. You want me to come in our house?
Yeah.
So I could have provided a better life. My parents could have provided a better life. So I had them with me. When we moved here, even at the other house, they never moved because it was uncomfortable. It was always one-sided. And when you're telling me that, well, you have this man and that man in the house, how am I supposed to feel? You telling me you want me to come in our house? You telling me I have no say-so? Why would I come in a house and pay bills and I have no say-so in here?
Yeah. Right?
You literally believe. Now, mind you, that your sister at the end of the day, you do anything for your sister. We're moving a brand new house. Moving sister moving in the house. You tell me to shut my mouth. I have no say so. Then you telling me that, oh, I need to pay. What you telling me how much your mortgage is? $2,000. The very next day, you telling me you want $2,000. The very next day, we move in the house. You telling me you need $2,000 to pay the mortgage on the house. I told her she must be mad. If she think I didn't, she didn't. With a fool, I ain't know.
Oh shit! I don't have a button, so I just do it like that. But it took go like, man, if you don't quit taking my shit. But for real, oh shit. Because she said, I made a horrible mistake by asking him to help me move. A horrible one. Now, he just said, we moved in this house over here. And the very next day, she asking me for money. Now, hold up. Oh, shit. So he didn't help you move in. He moved in because you asked him for some money to help out. Okay? But you live there, though. He does live there like a motherfucker, right? So she came to him and said, I'm going to need some mortgage. Now, I don't got no say-so, but do you get a roof over your head? And this is the shit that be bugging me, right? You don't get a say-so, but she also can't tell you when to come and go, right? So if you need this particular roof over your head, where you really shouldn't be anyway, man, put up something. Now, I ain't saying you got to come up with the whole mortgage the day after moving in, but you can't not give a nothing talking about because I don't have a say-so, but you got a roof over your head. That's nutty right there. Let's continue.
A fool, I might talk kind of crazy, but I ain't. You tell me to shut my mouth, I have no say so. Then you telling me that, oh, I need to pick what you telling me how much your mortgage is, $2,000. The very next day, you telling me you want two. The very next day, we move in the house. You telling me you need $2,000 to pay the mortgage on the house. I told her she must be mad. If she think she dealing with a fool, I ain't no fool. I might talk kind of crazy, but I ain't crazy.
Yeah.
She always think I'm bipolar. I ain't bipolar. Let me tell you exactly what I do. When my wife like to send me scrolls of texts, I don't read. Anytime it start off negative, I don't never read it. Never read it. I put it to the side and I'll walk back in the room. I just swear up and down, I'm crazy.
Genius. Yo. And he was sounding kind of dumb there for a second, but he getting back now to the genius level right here. Don't read that shit. If it's let your girl know if it start off negative, I'm not gonna read it. So that way she had to disguise that shit and talk some shit on the back end. You feel me? Like she had to say some shit and be constructive with the shit and then throw some shit in there at the end of the damn shit. You feel me? But she gonna have to make sure that she typed this shit in a way to bring you in. So let her ass know if it sounds negative, I'm not reading the shit. So when you see me, I'm gonna still be in a good ass mood. And you're gonna be mad because your shit didn't work. Right? He is dusty. But but we talk about this specific situation, right? She sounds a little toxic too. She shouldn't even let him be staying there, to be honest with you. She should have been filed a restraining order. She shouldn't have asked him to move in, help him move, or move him in, whatever went on there. But guys, don't read them messages and let her know, because that's genius as hell. I ain't even gonna cap. I used to read the shit and be mad as hell. How dare you type something like that to me? Not in relation to some man now, but in the past, I done read that shit and blew my whole world up. The shit that they said in that damn message, okay? I didn't have to see none of that if I would have considered this already going the wrong. Let me go ahead and jump ship and go ahead and do what I was doing, man. Let me get back to what I was doing, man. Yeah, make her work for that shit. Make her work for that, okay? Let's continue.
But my attitude would be the same because I don't never read the negative stuff. So she'd think I'm crazy. What's wrong with me? Why acting like that? She just cussed me out on a text. And how I acting like, hey, you want to go get some D? Hey, what are you doing? I'm laughing and stuff like that.
Hey, I'm writing this down. Let me take note. Guys, everywhere, write this shit down right now. Don't read the shit if it start off negative. Write it down and burn that shit in your brain. Like Denzel said, burn that shit in your brain. You don't need that shit around here. They'll eat you up, they'll chew you up and spit you out if you don't know this shit. If you don't know what he just now said, they're gonna chew you up and spit you out. It's a cruel world out here. You understand? 2 weak people, the blind leading the blind. Absolutely. I think you mean two as in TWO. But either way, they too weak too. You know. Said Lacey laugh. We all laughing deep inside. Come on, let's be real. This man dropped some jewels, whether we want to like him or not. He did push it with the GUN, but he dropping some jewels right here. Let's continue.
She couldn't figure it out for years. She couldn't figure it out. But that's what I did. And that's what I've been doing. Right?
Yo, he said she couldn't figure it out for years. She was discombobulated. Thought his ass was bipolar because he wasn't biting. The shit didn't work. She done said some evil shit. He didn't even read it. He come back in the door. She like, what? Yo! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Let's continue.
Why is she thinking that I holding on? I don't want to hold on. I just want to make sure that everything right in them papers, because everything is black and white at the end of the day. Yes. I need to make sure everything right in them papers before I sign anything. I'll be glad to sign the papers right now if one of y'all look at them papers and say, hey, Jason, boy, I think you're getting a good deal here, boy. You watch me sign that paper so damn fast, jump in my truck, I get the fuck out of here. I don't want nothing here. I don't want nothing I could build. These things I have right here, they're marvelous. You see this brain right here I have? It's marvelous. She know that. Yeah. She know that. I'm very intelligent. I'm very simple person, right? And I could do for myself. I would not do for a woman that only care about herself.
Guys, I can guarantee you this female detective is just as invested in this story as we are. This female detective is loving her job right now because she's loving the fact that she's talking to a man who is communicating his feelings at full capacity right now. This man is a great communicator and she loves his storytelling.
On my birthday, you watch me and tell me 3, 4 birthdays pass by. You give me anything for my birthday? Nothing. So I'll let you see what it feel like.
Well, something he just said in his storytelling was he refused to take care of a woman, and he gives the reason. But I want to go back to this because it sounds like she's taking care of you. She's letting you stay with her. You're not helping out with bills. I don't know why you're saying you're not going to take care of her. Just leave, bro. Let's listen.
The detective is loving.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm laughing and stuff like shit. She couldn't figure it out. But yeah, she couldn't figure it out. But that's what I did. And that's what I've been doing. Right? Why is she thinking that I holding on? I don't want to hold on. I just want to make sure that everything right in them papers, because everything is black and white at the end of the day. Yes. I need to make sure everything right in them papers before I sign anything. I'll be glad to sign the papers right now if one of y'all look at them papers and say, hey, Jason, boy, I think you're getting a good deal here, boy. You watch me sign that paper so damn far, I jump in my truck, I get the fuck out of here. I don't want nothing.
Them papers ain't keeping you there, though. Now, you don't got to stay there because you're not divorced yet. So some reason this man won't leave. He knows she bringing other men through. You still stand. To me, you disrespecting yourself, bro. It sounds like she's just saying, I'm done with you. So she's not about to let you living up in the house stop her from living her best life. That's what it sounds like. Now, she might be guilty of hitting you first tonight, and that's potentially why she'll go to jail. But I don't blame the lady. You ain't left. She gave you divorce papers. You still hanging around. Yo, she bringing men up in there. She doing everything to get you to leave, and you won't leave, bro. Talking about if I sign the divorce papers today, I'll get in my truck and I'll leave. You can actually do that regardless, though. Like, them papers is not an ankle bracelet, bro. Let's be real. Let's continue.
I don't want nothing I could build. These things I have right here, they're marvelous. You see this brain right here I have? It's marvelous. She know that. Yeah. She know that. I'm very intelligent. I'm very simple person, right? And I could do for myself. I would not do for a woman that only care about herself.
Guys, I can guarantee you this female detective is just as invested in this story as we are. This female detective is loving her job right now because she's loving the fact that she's talking to a man who is communicating his feelings at full capacity right now. This man is a great communicator and she loves his storytelling.
On my birthday, you watch me and tell me 3, 4 birthdays pass by. You give me anything for my birthday? Nothing.
Look, that's bars. Is it bad that I never made love? I never did it, but I sure know how to. I got some issues. I forgot how that part come in. But I got issues. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I just wanted to sing that part. I get your point. Let's go. Yeah, he need to leave. Let's go.
So I'll let you see what it feel like to get nothing for your birthday. No, you're telling me on the anniversary was yesterday. Mm-hmm. Why would we have an anniversary? Why would I even buy something for a person that we getting service?
Oh shit. So hang on. Even with you giving this man divorce papers, you expected him to still play with, like, continue tradition, like honor anniversaries and all. Man, if you done with him, you done with him. Don't you come to this man saying you didn't give me nothing for our anniversary and you gave him divorce papers. Y'all not still now. Come, what is this the anniversary of? What are we doing? That would be sending mixed messages, family. You don't want the man anymore. You bringing men up inside the house. That stuff should be done and over with, right? So I think she's sending the mixed signals and she's asking him to get her something for an anniversary. He didn't get it, but he's still up in the crib. This is just a lot of weirdness going on. I think they both need to separate and sign them damn papers. Man, he needs to get his lawyer look at it, sign them papers, get on about his business, because this is making less sense the more he talks now. She wants him gone. She's bringing men right in front of him. He won't pay bills because he don't get a say-so, but she's bringing men right in front of you, letting yourself look so bad as a man, bro. But then she making herself look bad as a woman, talking about where my anniversary gift to somebody you sitting here gave him divorce papers. Come on, man. That don't make a lot of sense. Let's continue.
grown up now. But we started an argument over not getting nothing for anniversary.
Yeah.
Right? So why?
Cynthia, you're right. It sounds like it's coming together a little bit, though. We might get to the heart of it. Let's continue.
Why? Why? That ain't make no sense. I said, we're getting a divorce. We're worrying about anniversary for. Let me get this paperwork done. Go your separate ways. You could be with whoever. You telling me this was your baby daddy? Don't care. You go have me.
See, now you want to get the paperwork done. I mean, hang on. Come to him about the damn anniversary gift. Now he like, now let's get these papers done. I've been trying to tell you to get the papers done. You talking about you need a lawyer? How long you been needing a lawyer? But if you ain't did this shit by next year, if you ain't got a lawyer by next year, I want a gift. Goddamn. I want a gift because that's another year being married to your. Yeah, that's your punishment. You got to get me some real shit. It got to be huge too. Pause. I want a spectacle. If I got to be with your ass and you ain't signed them papers, yeah, you got to. Yeah, that's another year of my life. Yeah, you better do something. Don't be trying to fuck me either. Don't try to do no romantic shit. No. I want something that you don't get no part. Don't bring me no lingerie. Don't put no rose petals down. None of that. Okay? Because I'm just gonna bring my ex-boyfriend or baby daddy in here, and we gonna lay on them roses. All right. Give me something I can use. Give me a slow cooker or something, an air fryer, something. And you can't use it either. Let's continue, man.
No type of stuff like that. The baby daddy been in the house and he don't care.
Yo,
nothing about.
he need to call Tyrone. Honestly, Erica Badu would have said, bro, you need to just call Tyrone, tell him come get your shit. Yeah, I'm serious, man. Let's go.
For me, I don't care nothing about that. You got belligerent when I tell you to call him my children a bastard.
Oh.
All I did was correct you for what a bastard is.
Yeah.
See, now she calling his children bastards. Just leave, bro. Let's continue.
Bastard is a man having a woman and a man having a child with a married fucking man. And that's what the fuck you did. You had a child with a married man.
Yeah.
My children was conceived. Me and the children mother was together. And we was living together at that time. When both my children was conceived.
Oh, so he flipped the script on her. Oh, shit. She calls his children a bastard. He goes and explains the actual definition of bastard. And by his definition, her children are now bastards because she had them by a man who was married to another woman and he was cheating on her. So, okay. So it's kind of like he just hit her with the two quoque. Now, your kids bastards by definition. So they kind of are like assaulting each other verbally here. If he had just said, but don't be calling my children bastards, I ain't calling your children names, you could say that he's just the one being verbally assaulted here. But for him to reverse that on her and explain the actual definition and apply it to her children, yeah, that's they both here assaulting each other. Let's continue.
Ain't no bastard, right? Mm-hmm. You got belligerent because I corrected you.
You didn't just correct it, but okay.
Is the truth that's hurt like that?
That's the truth. Truth hurts now, right? That's how it's more. I don't get why you mad. I mean, she shouldn't be mad because she said it to you first, but just because somebody said it to you first don't mean they can handle it being said to them. And you got to understand that. We always say, well, damn, how you going to act like that after you the one said it first? It don't mean they can take what they can dish out. Somebody can throw a punch, don't mean they can take one. If you always thought somebody's punch meant that they had a strong jaw, you'd be crazy. You understand? Let's continue.
Hurt like hell. I just try not to hurt her. I try not to tell her anything to hurt her feelings because I know how much people hate her ass. She had this thing about her where people love her, right? And the same people that love her is the ones that hate the hell out of her, right?
So the recording you have, do you mind if I listen to it?
Yeah.
So we got his scenario. Now we get to hear it in real time. So let's buckle your seatbelts, brace yourself, all that good stuff. I'm going to let it play, and we're going to rock out. Okay, listen. This is the actual conversation. Now, before I play it, what I want to show you guys when you hear this is how toxicity escalates is by two people failing to be vulnerable. They will not admit that the other person what the other person is saying to them is affecting them. Either it hurts, either it's infuriating, either they feel disrespected. they're not saying this. Instead, they're going tit for tat. They're just saying things back to each other, name calling. And while both people appear to be tough and can handle it, it's actually affecting them both. And this is why it gets escalated and escalated to the point to where either hitting happens or lies saying you hit someone happens. And this is because they feel like the words can't hurt you. So now I'm going to have to do what I can to hurt you. All these things I'm saying to you are not making you angry or making you feel bad, right? So now I'm going to go the extra mile because this is a competition to see who can hurt each other. That's what it's turned into. So if he gets up, closes the distance on her and starts hitting her, it's likely because the things he's saying to her has little to no effect on her and she's acting like she don't give a damn about what he's saying. This is a person trying to gain control. This is what makes it abuse. Separate yourself from somebody who's just going to go at it like that with you and not admit that, hey, man, I'm hurting. What you just said is hurtful. What you just said was offensive. What you just said was disrespectful to me. Why nobody does this, I don't know. They just go at it. Now, in a fight, a physical fight, of course, you're not going to stop to say, ow, that hurt. But when you guys are communicating, the argument gets escalated simply because you're both being invulnerable. You got angry at what those words said. Tell her you're angry. Don't just act out of the anger. You understand? Now, listen at this now. Listen at the conversation. They're both disrespecting the crap out of each other. Okay. And nobody's saying, yo, that hurt. Yo, that's offensive. You understand? Now, one time he does, and I'm saying it so I don't have to pause it. She's going to talk about his mama, and he going to say, see, I would never talk about your mama. I got too much respect for her. But what he didn't say is, that's offensive. You talking about my mama. You crossing boundaries now. If you're going to do that, we're just not going to talk at all. But instead, the argument continues, okay? Let's listen how this escalates. And you're going to know, when you hear this, you're going to be like, somebody need to leave. But when you in it, for some reason, you don't. And we all got to wise up to know we can't handle everything in that damn moment. And when somebody's being belligerent and acting how they want to act with no boundaries, you have to separate yourself. You ain't going to get them to calm down. And if you try to control the situation, that's normally going to end up in you doing something abusive. Let's continue. Abusive to gain control of that situation, okay? Everybody hit that like button. Let's continue, family. If y'all don't hit the like button, I'm going to interrupt this shit again, okay? We know y'all hate my voice, but you're here, okay?
Mad? I ain't mad at all. Mad? Far from mad.
You mad?
Nope, not mad. Nope, I ain't have a mad bone in my body.
You mad?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Because you could have started this shit alone.
Okay, I got 4 more likes, and I paused it because I only got 4. Now, actually, I got something to say, okay? Why is she telling him he mad? This is familiar like a mother. You mad? You mad? You mad? Listen, this is weird. I ain't never argued with somebody and told them they was mad. I don't even understand what that means. If you mad, is that an indictment or something? Are you not allowed to be angry? I don't understand why the person is saying that, because if you are mad, what, do you lose? I think that implies they want to make you mad. I think that's what that means. I can't see any reason why you'd infer that someone's mad. Now, they say sign language, S-I-G-H-N, S-I-G-N, okay? Well, I'll put an H in sign. Now, a while ago, that lady said, I took her H and put that shit in sign, okay? S-I-G-N, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. So they say, I don't mean sign language as in talking with your hands. I don't mean like ratchet girls like, not that type of sign language, but the acronym. S is for shame. I is for insults. The G is for guilt. And the N is for the need to be right. So they will shame you, insult you, guilt you. Oh, you were supposed to be a real man. You ain't a real man, right? They'll shame you. Who does that? You mean to tell me you did? Who does that? They'll insult you. Your mom ain't, your daughter ain't, you ain't, you broke, you're ugly, you stink, you can't read good, you're ugly. And the need to be right is they will never be accountable. They will deny all logic in order to be right. And this is so frustrating, okay? And you're going to hear so much sign language in here. Okay, let's continue.
The fuck I'm not. I ain't mad. Mad for what? I ain't mad at all.
You could have got rid of me a long time ago. That's all you had to say. You didn't want to be with a bitch. That's it.
Shit, talking about
Nobody
mad.
begging your punk ass to stay.
But you gave him divorce papers. Let's continue.
Shit.
Call him a punk. I ain't begging your punk ass to stay. This is invulnerable. If you love the man, if you saying he don't want you, if you do care about him, telling him I ain't gonna beg your punk ass to stay kind of sounds like he's replaceable. The man will feel devalued in that instant. Let's continue.
There's no money without you. I don't give a
The fuck you need?
if your black ass.
I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody
He said, I don't give a F. Not this if this is offensive how you're talking to me. Let's continue.
fuck out. Your motherfucker. That motherfucker eat that flick out, bitch. What's wrong with you? What the fuck you do? Eat that.
I'm gonna go back to the beginning and not talk through it, guys.
Have a mad bone in my body.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm gonna come through this computer on y'all. If you running your mouths, all right. So I'm not gonna say a word, and we're gonna hear this, okay? Because y'all like to talk through stuff. Hush now. Let's do this.
Mad? I ain't mad at all. Mad? Far from mad. Nope, not mad. Nope, I ain't have a mad bone in my body.
You mad?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, fuck, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Because you could have signed this shit a long
The fuck, I'm not. I ain't mad.
You could have
Mad
done
for
what
what?
you needed to do.
I ain't mad at all.
You could have got rid of me a long time ago. That's all you had to say. You didn't want to be with a bitch. That's it.
Shit, talking about
Nobody
mad.
begging your punk ass to stay. Shit. I don't make no money without you. I don't give a
The fuck you need?
if your black ass.
I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody the fuck out. Your motherfucker. That motherfucker eat that flick out, bitch. What's wrong with you? What the fuck you do? Eat that fucking slick ass down.
I ain't because guess what? A bitch getting better because a
And you
nigga
said, but
pay.
leave.
Because a
And you said,
nigga
but
pay
leave.
for her
Well,
shit.
then go ahead.
Fuck ass.
You.
Fuck you and your mom and everybody else.
Yeah, that's what you can do. But cuss about people, mom. I have too much respect for your mom and I cuss about her. Yeah. Talking about you cussing my children. Then you want to call my children bastards and all type of shit like that. I ain't called the other bastard. You called my child a bastard. You call my child a fucking bastard, and I correct you on what the bastard is. That's what it is. Yeah, that what the fuck. You can say what the fuck ever you want. Ain't nobody care what you say.
Why you mad? You mad?
Nope, I ain't mad.
Divorce
I'm not
my
mad.
boy's fat ass.
I'm not mad.
Divorce my raggedy ass.
You think you say you get 1,500 and dick? I don't give a damn. Niggas fucking from now to next year. I don't care.
I hope you already goddamn do some more shit for a bitch. Cause the motherfucker that's sleeping in my house ain't doing a motherfucking thing.
That's what's up.
Talking shit. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I get 4 niggas this summer.
That's what the hell should happen.
Whoa. Anything. That's what that means. It's resolved. We agree to go about our separate ways. Anything that's financing money, I'm responsible for the debt. I'm responsible for the tax debt. I'm taking all the hits.
Taking all the hits.
You damn right.
No.
My whole ass taking all the hits.
No.
Where did you take it? Because you ain't paying off none of these fucking credit cards. You ain't paying for none of this shit. You ain't paying the SBA loan back for my business. None of that shit. You ain't paying none of that shit.
According to you, I never got no SPA loan.
Well, I sure had to apply for one. Because your ass ain't giving me no goddamn money to pay for these tags and shit. I sat there and cried and told you when I was transferring them tags over from that boy name into mine. You ain't say, here go $50. You told me you helped me pay the taxes back for me trying to get in this house. I've been paying that $309 a fucking month. You ain't helped me do that shit. You ain't helped me do nothing. I'll buy you a car. You ain't helped me do that. You pulled up in the fucking driveway with a fucking Dodge Ram, but you ain't helped me get a car.
She's a nasty woman too. You see how fake she was to the cops when the cops came, but look how she really was behind the scenes.
Okay. As a matter of fact, let me call your mom and come get you. For your ass to die tonight.
You ain't gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do it.
No, you ain't gonna call my mama. You ain't gonna call my mama with no bullshit. You like to be calling people parents with some fucking bullshit. Nigga, what you need to do is go out and call your daddy if you want to call somebody. This girl is lying. No, she's saying that I put my hands on her and she calling. I guess her dad on the phone saying I put my hands on her.
He don't want to come to the phone.
Thank the Lord for recording.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not dealing with that. You can just walk out the room. I want him out. He can deal with the police.
Call the police. Call my dad. Call 911. That's what you do.
He said that's a shame.
Call 911.
Your daddy said that's a shame. Your own dad, he said that's a shame. I'm sorry, you got to deal with that. Your dad. Your own dad. Ain't never want to get involved and talk to your ass. That's why we in a situation. You ain't got no support.
Can you do me a favor and send those to me?
I don't know how to do that.
So
That was difficult, boy. God damn. Oh, I wanted to say something, boy. I had to. So much I wanted to say, man. So can I run it back? All right, let me run it back. I got some shit I want to say. Let me do it. Let me hear myself talk.
I'll buy you a car. You ain't help me do that. You pulled up in the fucking debt. I'm responsible for the tax debt. I'm taking all.
You call my child a fucking bastards and all type of shit like that. I ain't called the other bastard. You call my child a bastard. You call my child a fucking bastard, and I correct you on what the bastard is. That's what it fucking is. Yeah, that was the fuck you can say.
So, guys, what I wanted to say a while ago, but had to, put my my tongue in the full Nelson. Okay, is at this point, this is not a conversation. This is just verbal assault. What is she talking about? Your daddy didn't even want you. What the hell? Why? What that got to do? What do children being bastards got to do with anything? What my mama a hoe got to do with anything? Like, none of this stuff is relevant at all. They're all things that's just inflammatory, right? And they're making no sense here. So again, understand when you're in a verbal war and a person's fighting you. He should have known that and left, because she ain't trying to talk to him. She's trying to insult him. She's trying to hurt his feelings and provoke him. And all those things are provoking, whether or not she's trying to provoke him. She wants you to hear your mama be insulted, your children be insulted, and just sit there and don't say nothing. Man, come on, bro. That's crazy. You should leave, bro. Let's continue.
Fuck whoever you are. Ain't nobody care what you say.
Why you mad? You mad?
Nope, I ain't mad.
The boy
I'm not mad.
boy's fat ass.
I'm not mad.
The boy.
So she's really hard on herself. You understand? Calls herself fat, calls herself a 304. Now she's calling him black, a black ass, and a bum, and a punk. She's really hard on herself too. You understand? Makes me wonder what she really thinks about herself. Maybe she blaming herself for him cheating and blames it on how she looks. But I haven't seen the friend. As you can see, if that's the case, cheating can bring a lot of self-hate on a person. That's why that's called abuse as well. So he's been abusing her the entire time that he's been cheating on her. Okay, so she responded back to that, sounds like by cheating. And now he's mad because she's bringing men in the house. You don't get to choose how they cheat. You cheated, man. You did it out the house. You're doing it in the house. Hey, cheating is cheating. So you provide a narrative to it. Don't make her no worse of a person than you. And that's what we like to do. You cheated on her. She's cheating on you. But she's the bad person for bringing them up in your house. You got to see that. What kind of man got to watch that? Yo, what kind of woman got to have a man leave the crib and go cheat on her with her best friend, though? And they have to hear about it through her cousin. And all be around town that the baby is by him. And then even though he got the DNA test, it's still being said. Yo, who want to hear that? So you've been abusing this lady for years. Said this was going on for 4 years. So now she's abusing you, right? I mean, I don't know who initiated why you cheated, but you cheating. You don't have to cheat. You could have left. So there ain't no excuse for that, right? So cheating is abuse, and it's abusive on the person's mind psychologically. They will ultimately begin abusing themselves, blaming themselves for you cheating, and that's what it sounds like. So he must have called her 304 for bringing dudes inside the house one day. So she's kind of calling herself that. You understand? So it's one of those things where hurt people. Absolutely took the words from my mouth. So now he's seeing the manifestation of his disloyalty. And this is why I hate when men try to act like cheating ain't as bad when a man do it. You breaking somebody's heart. You're being disloyal. You're doing something behind their back. You bringing in another person into their life who they didn't ask to be there. The person that you're cheating with. You don't know how they're going to act. They could be crazy as hell. It's the same, man. So you might say, well, a woman can trick a baby on you, though. You put narrative to it. Lying is lying. Stop being deceitful, man. Both people stop being deceitful. Because you don't like her cheating on you. You don't like her bringing men up inside the crib. You don't like her not giving you a say-so and respecting you as a man now. So you hate all of that. So now you don't want to pay the bills. You don't want to help out. This is because he's already cheated on him. Now, the physical abuse stuff is on her. She's the one doing the hitting today. Okay? But he's mentally abused her, emotionally abused her by cheating. He's financially abusing her by staying in the crib and not contributing to the bills. He's saying, I don't have a say-so. But you live in the damn house, though, bruh. Help out with the bills or go. He is a bum. By default, he's a bum because he's not contributing to the house that he's living in. That makes you a bum. She is fed up. I'd want him to leave, too. She naming all these things that he ain't helping with. They sound like they're her responsibilities, but he's not even helping with the mortgage, though. And if he said, I'm going to help you get a car, then pulled up in his own car, I can see how all this resentment for her is building. But she's right. She should have never asked this man to move back in because you're not going to treat him right. You obviously resenting the brother. Y'all going to be going at it because he has abused you. So sometimes, fellas, you got to take the loss. You may have been wrong and you might be trying to repair the situation. But once it gets this bad, you just got to accept that you fucked up and move on and treat the next person better. That's just what it is, man. You ain't going to be able to fix every heart you break. Let's continue.
My raggedy ass.
You think you say you get 1,500 and dick? I don't give a damn. Niggas fucking from now to next year. I don't care.
Hope you already got down.
So every time she names something, he invalidates. That's your debt. I don't care if you was in more debt. So this is why she ended up ultimately calling the cops, because nothing she says to him hurts him, nothing offends him. You can't make him mad. She feels powerless. You understand? She feels done wrong. She feels like he's doing her wrong all the time. And she's trying to get him to go. Seems like, but she's still wanting gifts. I guess it's mixed emotions. They have been married. But this is why you should stay out of this shit. Once you realize that something wasn't abuse or something was, the rest of the nuanced shit that went on in their relationship for other humans outside their relationship to take part in that is a little bit ridiculous. You're never gonna get to the bottom of that shit. I'm sure we got a lot going on in our own lives to worry about the nuance of their relationship, right? So again, let's continue.
For a bitch. Because the motherfucker that's sleeping in my house ain't doing a motherfucking thing.
That's what's up.
Talking shit. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I get 4 niggas this summer.
That's what the hell should happen.
Whoa.
She should get 4 dudes to what?
I hope I get 4 niggas this summer.
That's what the hell should happen.
She get 4 dudes to what? Hey, y'all, what is she saying? I hope you get 4. I hope I get 4 dudes to what?
Mm-hmm.
I hope I get 4 niggas this summer.
That's what the hell should happen.
Whoa.
I have to find a way to slow that down. I'll figure that out.
Anything. That's what that means. It's resolved. We agree to go about our separate ways. Anything that's financed in my name, I'm responsible for the debt. I'm responsible for the tax debt. I'm taking all the hits. I'm taking all the hits.
Taking all the hits.
You damn right. My whole ass taking all the hits.
No.
Where did you take it? Because you ain't paying off none of these fucking credit cards. You ain't paying for none of this shit. You ain't paying the SBA loan back for my business. None of that shit.
According to you, never got no SP alone.
Well, I sure had to apply for one. I sure had to apply for one. Because your ass ain't giving me no goddamn money to pay for these tags and shit. I sat there and cried and told you when I was transferring them tags over from that boy name into mine, you ain't say, here go $50. You told me you helped me pay the taxes back for me trying to get in this house. I've been paying that. $300.
Now listen, I'm gonna point something out. What she's saying, I understand what she's saying. I hope she get 4 dudes this summer. Wow. Okay, so I understand what she's saying. You can help me out with the student loans for my business. You may say, well, those are her responsibilities, but they are married, guys. So she would expect her husband's support in some way, and he's not seeming to do that. So she feels like she's all alone in this, like she has to do it by herself. So she feels overwhelmed, and so I'm just painting the picture of how she feels. Today she's being very manipulative. She's lying, but I believe in what she's saying to him because he's not denying it, right? And he tends to be kind of seconding what she's saying. Okay, let's continue.
$9 a fucking month. You ain't helped me do that shit. You ain't helped me do nothing. I'll buy you a car. You ain't helped me do that. You put up in the fucking driveway with a fucking Dodge Ram, but you ain't helped me get a car.
She's a nasty woman too. You see how fake she was to the cops when the cops came, but look how she really was behind the scenes.
Okay. As a matter of fact, let me call your mom and come get you. For your ass died tonight.
You ain't gonna do that.
Now, see right there, she threatened his life right there. Now, someone asked for the video. I'll put the link in the description. Okay, I'll actually show you this guy's page and video so you can watch it for yourself too. But let's continue.
I'm not gonna do it.
No, you ain't gonna call my mama. You ain't gonna call my mama with no bullshit, dude. We like to be calling people parents with some fucking bullshit. Nigga, what you need to do is go ahead and call your daddy if you want to call somebody. This girl is lying. No, she's saying it out. I put my hands on her and she calling, I guess, her dad on the phone.
So she must have stepped out of the room to call the dad because it's enough for him to narrate to the recording on what's going on. Okay, let's continue.
Saying I put my hands on her.
He don't want to come to the phone.
Thank the Lord for recording.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not dealing with that. You can just walk out the room.
Now, see, for him to be sitting here laughing during this time, a person's clearly angry. You're not responding to that anger. Whether you feel like they're right or wrong, you can see they're upset. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, man, you got to work with them. I don't see why you'd be laughing in this situation. That would only escalate things. It shows that they've probably been doing this before. It's to the point to where it don't even bother him. He's sitting here giggling and stuff. None of this is good, family. But if somebody giggling, it don't give you a right to put your hands on them. But I can tell you what, when you're angry, you want what you're saying to get to them and them to receive it. And if they still laughing at every little thing you're saying, it seems like you can't bother them. That will enrage them. Okay. This is why I say you got to be vulnerable and say, hey, listen, that's disrespectful. Not that you got to, act emotional so they can get that they're bothering you, but you at least got to voice it. Let's continue.
I want him out. He can deal with the police.
Call the police. Call my dad. Call 911. That's what you do.
He said that's a shame.
Call 911.
Your daddy said that's a shame.
So, okay, like a woman saying, hit me. This is called provoking, right? He's telling her, call 911 and laughing. So he's provoking her to call 911. Why? You should be saying, don't you call 911 knowing I didn't do anything to you. Why would you encourage someone to do something ultimately that you don't want them to do? He's sitting here pissed off because she called 911. Now, he said, don't you dare call my mama. Call your daddy. She did call his mama. You can hear her talking to his mama. But you're telling her, call the police, and you're laughing. You're not taking this situation serious at all. You see her yelling. You see her angry, and it's not serious to you. That's sad. You need to just leave. It's like he's kind of antagonizing her. Let's continue.
Your own dad, he said that's a shame. I'm sorry, you got to deal with that. Your dad. Your own dad. Ain't never want to get involved and talk to your ass. That's why we in a situation. You ain't got no support.
Can you do me a favor and send those to me?
I don't know how to do that.
So
to do it. You could go fast if you want.
I'll show you. That way you know in the future. That way I can have a copy of them. All right. Give me just a minute, Mr. Carrington.
The detective has a couple more questions. Do you mind coming down and speaking with her real quick?
Now I need you guys to pay close attention to the verdict here and why. This is important because many of you guys are not going to like the verdict. Let's listen.
We'll explain everything in a second, man. So you asked about the charges?
Also want to point this out. She does not seem fat. She must just be heavier set than the woman he's cheating with. Why is she calling herself fat? And again, that's why I say this points to that she's abused. And now she's abusing herself. Probably still blames herself for why she's been cheated on and going through this. Let's continue.
We'll explain everything in a second, man. So you asked about the charges. It's going to be 1 count of simple assault, DVA, and 1 count of simple battery, DVA. Going off the audio is how we determine that had she not done what she did, he would not have done what he did. Because you could hear what she stated, you could hear what was being done. So, unfortunately, with what she did, that resulted in him.
Ooh, sweet justice.
Now listen, guys. You can't hear hitting in this video. I didn't hear hitting in that audio at all. Maybe if it had continued, because it appears that the lady stopped the video short and gave the phone back to him and asked that he send it to her. But so I didn't hear any hitting. But I heard that she was the aggressor verbally in this encounter, which is probably what they're talking about, the audio. So she's insulting him. She's talking about his mother, his children, telling him he has no support, threatening that he's going to die tonight. All these things she's doing to him. And if he reacts, she'll call the police on him. What you have to understand, family, is if you want somebody to go, okay, saying those things is not going to get you what you want. What she should do is change the locks when he's gone. Now, they're still married. Maybe she doesn't have those rights. Maybe she can't make him leave because you know how they are when you're married. It doesn't matter who the house name in. They'll tell you, hey, man, you can't kick your spouse out. That's not something you can do. So that creates a very difficult situation. But I would actually help him get the lawyer if I'm her. If he can't afford the lawyer, I'll get it for him to get this man out of my house. You see what I'm saying? I would reason with him. Why you won't just leave? Just leave, man. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be around you. But talking about his mama and his children, these things are considered aggressive and verbal abuse, family, even if you want the person to go, even if they cheated on you. And that's why you got to make these decisions that when this person cheats on you, if you know you can't treat them the same, respect them the same, if it's going to deteriorate how you treat them, how you talk to them, which is really linked to your own character, it's best for you that you just say, let me go ahead and end this. Even if you love the person, if you're going to turn into somebody who does this, you will eventually be the one that's in the wrong, because now she's being hauled off to jail for appears to be mushing the guy. So she's going to spend the night in jail for mushing the guy. And also the way they can hear her talking on the phone. I think that the night in jail should be because she falsely called the police and filed a false report. However, they just don't be doing that, which is weird. It's like the police don't value their own damn time. That should absolutely be against the law to fake a police call like that. But I don't know about hitting her with the DV charges and all that. But she did put her hands on him. You kind of have to. You don't have a right to put your hands on somebody. But you can see how these toxic situations can turn into something that can cost you your freedom. And you can't even explain this shit after it's said and done. She over here like, I don't know where the gun came from. He said I flipped the chair over when I didn't. She called the police and she's the one going to jail, y'all. Tammy says, you're right. And it's bad when you have to leave and they won't leave. You're right, because they could just follow you. It's sad. That's when you got to start, okay. This is when you have to use the tools that's available to you. Go file a police report. Hope to get some type of restraining order. Do what you have to do, okay? But, sign language, shame, insults, guilting, someone that need to be right, those things are not going to help the situation. Hitting them ain't going to help the situation. That means you're taking it into your own hands. Believe it or not, running to social media is not going to help the situation. You as an adult got to use the tools that's given to all of us as adults, and that's to go to the police department and follow the right steps, family. But let's continue and let's see how this video ends, and then I'll bring you guys up. Let me go ahead and drop the link if you guys want to come up. All right, let's continue this video, and I'll let you guys in as you come up. Let's go.
Eat justice. Yes, lock her up. Can we get some justice out here for the men? Now, I am proud of this man for that. I'm glad he recorded this conversation. If he didn't record this conversation, he would probably be the innocent man sitting in jail behind another woman's lies. But much respect for this man here who kept his composure and did the right thing. And good thing that she got arrested so she would know in the future, don't be making no false claims or false police reports. And that's another charge they should have hit her with. But that's all I got in this video. You guys be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about this.
All right, so let me see here. This brother's page is Dating Right. Dating WRIGHT. Let me go ahead and sub to my fella right now. That was a great catch on that video. I don't know where you found it, but that was a great catch. Good review too, brother. But let's continue. Let's if anybody doesn't come up in the next few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and get on about our business. But someone did ask for the link a little earlier, so if you do got something to say and you want to get up here and hear yourself talk, come on up here and rap with a brother, man. I'm gonna find a way to talk my shit back. So y'all can, hey. Oh my God, Tammy says, say a thing about mine is my husband choked me out, and it was right after the police left because they did not make him leave. Sad to say, he is not innocent because he has verbally abused her, and that is the worst, and that's worse than hitting her. Yes, she handled it wrong, but she's not the first and won't be the last. I hope she was able to get him out, or else I would move out and cut all lights and stuff off and everything in my name. He will have an empty house. She's kind of stuck there. That's her mortgage. But you're right, Tammy. He's not completely innocent in this. He even admitted that he was the first person from his knowledge to start cheating. So I think he has to chalk this one up as a loss and say it cannot be resolved. You can't even be around this lady at any moment. This could go bad. And when you cheat on somebody, you never know when that stuff is going to rise to the surface. Everything can be okay, but if they're thinking about it, hell, they're probably going to talk about it. You understand? And so that's why it's just unhealthy. You can't expect this person to be able to deal with you stepping out on them. You know, I'm sorry that happened to you, Tammy, as well. Okay, so it appears everybody's scared of me. Nobody want to get up here and bounce back ideas with me. You know, it's like they intimidated. I'm gonna start sign language with people. I'm gonna start guilting them and just saying what I want to say when they don't come up here with me. Oh, yeah, y'all intimidated. That's what it is. And Moni Love says, I've been through this too with my ex-husband. He lied and was arrested, and I was arrested, and he stayed in the house, and I was asking the police to help me put him out of the house. Wow. And this is why you guys got to record too. Then in these situations, man, you have to record. And just so you can have something to stand on, because just because you've been with somebody for years don't mean they won't, use anything they can find to hit you with it, even if it's the police. You understand? When you get people to fighting, you got to expect anything. And when you're in a fight, family, you're trying to survive. You're going to do whatever it takes to win that situation in that moment. And this is why you don't want to get in a fight with your spouse, somebody you live with, because both of y'all gonna be licking your wounds, and the relationship's never gonna be the same, ever. I'm so sorry, beautiful ladies, that happened to you. Absolutely. Women are the #1 source of breakups. This is true. Anyway, family, I've said enough. If I say 2 more words, y'all gonna start saying I talk too much. So I do appreciate you guys coming in and listening to this. Hopefully you got something from it. Hopefully you can understand why she went to jail and he didn't, even though you can hear wrongs on both sides, even though you hear it's a toxic situation. You see what we're focused on is the event in question. He even was bringing up the past. He even was bringing up, first thing he did is started bringing up the past. None of these things are going to wait on tonight though, right? So what matters in this situation is what happened tonight. I think she's completely justified in her anger. But what she did tonight was assault. And maybe she's at her wit's end. Maybe she's at her limit with this guy. But you did assault him. You can't be mushing him all up in his head and pushing him in the mouth. And if he hits you back, he told the cops twice he put his hands on this lady. He pushed her off one time with his hand. And the second time, he sounded like he pushed her with the weapon. Okay. And it looked like they was taking a picture of her neck. So maybe it did scrub her right here. Maybe he had the safety on and he felt like it wouldn't go off, whatever the case may be. Either way, he admitted that he made physical contact with this lady twice. He's still not going to jail. Why? Why, guys? Why is he not going to jail even though he admitted to physically putting his hands on her? Why is he not going to jail? Let's see who all passed the test. If you watch this and you got the moral of it, why is he not going to jail and she's going to jail? Okay. Dory says, my baby daddy did this to me just to get me locked up. He chose that route, calling the police for literally the smallest stuff. A total nightmare. Never again. Sad to have kids together too. I'm so sorry that people should never use the cops for stuff like that. I called the police and they took me to jail because the marks didn't show up for 2 days and he had scratches on his hands from me holding him from choking me. That is devastating to hear. He was able to manipulate the female cop, gift a gab. Same thing my ex-husband did, spoke to the female cop, and they were captivated. But now she did say she don't know why she agreed to flipping the chair over. And then the audio does show her she really is beating them up with her words. Lacey said he was responding. Right. Right. Cynthia says in self-defense, whether it was self-defense or retaliation, it is considered a heated emotional response and not abuse when you're hitting someone back. So for all of you guys who believe that if you hit someone back, it's also abuse, it is not. Okay. Can the person feel abused? Yes. But legally, the term is not applied. And I didn't make that up. This is not my opinion. If it were a technical term, I would say that. But the moral of the story is keep your hands off of people. Okay. They were supposed to have both of them go to jail regardless if she had a bruise. When he said he pushed her off with the gun, I'd have been like, yeah, you got to go too. You got to go too. Me as an officer, I'd say, yeah, you got to go too. But they don't get to make their own laws. So they have to do what their book says. So maybe him pushing her off and saying the gun was in his hands didn't constitute as a reason to go to jail. But if I heard that, I'd be like, you did what? Yeah, you got to go too. Both of y'all. I'll put them in the back of the car together, and I guess they'll argue on the way down the damn road. You know, the recording got her, absolutely. This was a crazy one, y'all. But like you can hear all the similarities to other cases that we have covered, and you can see that this happens often. And this is why I say that was a gold mine when it comes to the things we could learn from it. What they were going through is not something that's rare. It's very common, family. These police get these calls all the time and have to deal with these domestic situations all the time. And they have to sort the shit out because you called them and you as adults couldn't sort them out yourself. You don't want to end up in jail. You don't want to lose your freedom. You don't want your reputation ruined. You as an adult got to take it into your own hands and remove yourself from that situation. Do not let it go get as far as to the cops. And when you see it getting that far, when she started saying you're going to die tonight, talking about his mama, he should have said, you know what? Let me get my shit and go. Unless you got nowhere to go. But what does the Bible say? It's better to sleep on the corner of a roof. You understand? I would have climbed up, get up there with the gutter, get up there with the gutters and shit, and sleep on the damn shingles. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. But get up out of that house, man. Go sleep in the car. You got that nice Dodge Ram out there. Go sleep in the car. But you got to separate yourself from situations like this that are toxic because they're not going to end in your favor. You can't control the other person. You can't ask them to calm down and they just do it. You can't get them to think about their freedom and future too, because when they're heated like that, they're just not going to. So you have to make a decision for both of y'all and get yourself out of that situation, guys. That's all I have to say. Be smart. Think about your life. Stop trying to win the moment and win at life, because the moments will suck you into them and you will be sitting here doing things that aren't wise, and you're going to destroy your future because you reacted in the moment. You can't win them all. All right, family? That being said, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it. Thank y'all for watching again. I hope you got something out of it again. I'm just messing with y'all. Peace to y'all, man, honestly. Have a good day. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.